What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table, we're playing some Wingspan solo. We're just doing a chill stream here. I was going to be just trying this out this afternoon, playing the game, kind of getting used to it. So, noob alert. Noob alert. I've only played Wingspan one game multiplayer, and right before the stream, finished up a one game solo. I've read some FAQ, read the rules, all that stuff, trying to make sure I understand how it fully works. But you guys here, I'm sure a bunch of you have already played Wingspan many times. Some of you found it, and got it in stock and all that stuff. I've had trouble getting it, which brings me to Ryan Fournier, who's in the chat, who's amazing, one of our Patreon backers who sent me this game because here in Canada we got shorted again on an error, I guess, from Stonemaier Games on their last order for North America. So getting it in Canada has been impossible. I tried to grab it many times and it would always be sold out. I get email alerts that local retailers here would get it in stock, and I go online to order it literally within 2 minutes after getting an email alert, and it's already gone. So yeah, we've had trouble getting Wingspan on the channel, and I've wanted it for a while because it's a Stonemaier game. I love Scythe, and now I love viticulture, so it made me even more want it. But yeah, it was tough getting this thing, and Ryan realized that we even had it pre-ordered recently, and I had to cancel my pre-order because it was holding up an order because there were none coming to Canada until I've heard July at the earliest. So I didn't want to wait another a few months to get it. I've already been trying to grab it since early 2019. So Ryan, you're amazing for sending it over. I appreciate it. It's a huge deal. So I got to play with my daughter yesterday to try it. I haven't tried it with my wife yet, but I did play it solo this morning, like I said. So I'm figuring it out. So this is just a chill stream. I'm exploring it. You guys can help me out, tune in, or basically correct rules and stuff like that if I'm messing them up. But I think it should be okay. Just strategy is going to be huge noob strategy. I lost to the Automa this morning by 2 points, I think. Yeah. I had 76, it had 78. So that's where I'm at. So I'm trying to beat them still. But yeah, I figured people are stuck at home. Where I'm from, Canada, province of Ontario just announced a state of emergency today in the province. They're shutting down restaurants and bars and reduced transit, and stores are reducing hours and stuff, which I don't think that's smart, but because then people can't really go in off hours if everyone's going at the same time. That means more people in the stores. I don't know. But anyways, it's just the basic one, Ryan. Just the four points per 4 points per card. I was just playing on the basic level, Eagle or something, or Eagle, whatever the medium one is, and not the card that says to take out for challenging. Are you getting lag? Looks okay on my end. Yeah, it says YouTube stream healthy, so why is Boozos first to go? No lag for Mel. Well, Mel, you're in the same house that I'm streaming from, so hopefully that's not affecting the network connection. But it shouldn't, because that would be using download, and I'm streaming using upload, so we should be okay there. Yeah. All right. No lag. Okay, we're all good. All right. And that's the other thing with a lot of people home. I actually have cable internet, so supposedly, I don't know if this is still a thing, but I remember when cable first came out compared to DSL, it was always said that cable, you're sharing the same nodes or whatever as your neighbors. It's not like a direct subscriber line like DSL. So if a lot of people are using the cable network in your area, it could affect bandwidth and stuff. But I did a test earlier; everything seemed fine. So could have some wonkiness with everyone being home in the day around here. So, but all right. Let's get to it. One thing I wanted to show, for those that don't know, I'm sure there'll be some on my channel that love watching us play hardcore games with 50 plus page rule books and fantasy themes and campaigns and leveling up and swords and arrows and killing monsters. But this is another thing I want to show. Right now, this game actually, on Board Game Geek, is number 22 overall out of all board games of all time right now, and strategy 23. So high up in both those categories. I always look at strategy games. Those are some of my favorite games. So the fact this has a high strategy ranking was something that caught my attention too. And number one family game, which is pretty crazy actually. I don't know if I would consider it's I know the weight's not too bad. It's only 2.37, but it definitely doesn't feel as light as Ticket to Ride and stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy that that's number one in the family category. But yeah. What else is in there, actually? Let's check it out. Yeah, see, like Azul I could see in there, but I guess that's kind of like the same. Everdell, that's something I want to get eventually. Seven Wonders, Clank, we've just been playing that. Patchwork, Quacks, been seeing that one flying up the charts. Seems to be super popular. And some classics. Pandemic, never heard of that game. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show that for those curious, like why I'm like, yeah, let's play a game about birds on the channel, because it's obviously the hotness. I'm still rocking expansion plan for later this year, the second expansion, I believe. And I'm gonna try to track down the first expansion now. After playing it a couple times, I'm like, yeah, I want more goals and more birds and stuff. That'd be cool. Campaign Wingspan, yes, that's what we need. Campaign Wingspan. I'm surprised there isn't a little campaign with the Automa, since there isn't viticulture. I'm surprised they didn't take advantage for this game and do that. Let's see, what's the chat saying? I'm always like, it's okay. Then I play it again, and you remember how stinking good it is. Yeah. The bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Dragon is correct. And I have heard. Wingspan Legacy. Maybe, maybe. I know Jamie Stegmaier said in the past, I've seen him on like some streams or something say like he did the legacy thing. I don't know if he'll go down that road again, but you never say never, right? Okay, so for setup, we need some bird cards. If I miss anything in setup, actually let's cut the deck. Let's just cut the deck. I shuffled it up, but I like the way there's like so many cards and they're all unique. 170 cards in this base game. That's insane. But to me, that screams like, how am I supposed to plan a strategy ahead of the time? Or if I don't know certain cards are going to come up, because you barely see any of these in the game, I feel. But that's part of the coolness of the game, is every time it's so different, and you got to do the best you can with what you get, I guess, is how it's supposed to work. But still trying to figure out the strategy of this game. But I like the way it's kind of like random. Okay, so here's our starting birds. A blue-gray gnatcatcher, a mountain chickadee, and a lazuli bunting, whatever. But we got one that gains worms, we got one that gains grain, and I don't know if it's worms, it's like, I forget what they're called, the official names, but then when active, all players lay one egg on any one of those nests, and you may lay an egg on one additional one of those nest birds. Okay, so probably won't pick that up again. So I'll drop it all. Yeah, chill stream, no strategy required. So I'm still figuring out the game, right? Figuring out the strategy, but and the Automa throws a little bit of a twist, but it's not too complicated actually. It's pretty simple, the Automa stuff. Pretty straightforward. Hey Matouche, how's it going? Wow, Wingspan. That Aeon's End must have hurt much. No, I got Wingspan sent to me. It surprised me on Friday. I didn't expect it till this week. And since then I've been like itching to get it on the channel, but I already had all the AMs and stuff like scheduled, so I've been kind of like yeah, wanting to get that out of the way so I can jump into this and other games. European expansion almost doubles the deck. Wow. Oh, there's an Android app for Automa. Oh, that's cool. Is it official or unofficial? That's cool. That's cool. Well, we'll just use the paper and the physical stuff for now, but that is good to know, because if it looks any decent, maybe I'll use that in a future stream. Get that up on the screen instead. Just give that a its time in the light. All right, let's roll these food dice. I know that has to be done. All right, we got some food stuff. We got our food, our eggs. If anybody doesn't know how to play Wingspan, ask questions. But if you are watching this later and you don't know how to play Wingspan, I've linked down a how to play video to fellow Canadian Rodney Smith at Watch It Played. Does a good how to play video. I watch that to kind of learn too. So yeah, that's your best way to do it. But if you're watching this live, you have any questions or anything, hopefully we'll explain it as I go and it'll make sense. But if I do miss anything, I'm sure the chat will get me. Because again, I was going to do this like tomorrow or the next day and just play this again a few times solo today to really wrap my head around it. But I figured, man, everyone's just kind of locked down and like, you know, I figured let's just play together and learn together. So I apologize if you're watching this later and you're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Warning. Do we need round goals set up? Yes, we do. We're getting there. Chill stream. Slow here. But yeah, I put them in a bag. Mix them all up. And let's just draw this one. So first round, I believe that's most eggs in like that type of nest. Maybe I can get the names of this stuff so I can start trying to remember them. And where would that be? In the rule book or the appendix? So this game's got the cool, like, here's the rules, and then an appendix that goes in everything in detail. I love the two rule book system. And then it also has the Automa instructions. And these are the best feeling rule books I've ever put my fingers on. I don't know, this like linen finish. You can't see it on camera, but it's like textured, like linen finish. The feeling of them, like all the weight to them. I don't know. These are beautiful rule books. I'm surprised Chip Theory doesn't do their rule books this way, but these are the best rule books I've ever touched. It's just so like elegant and quality. I don't know how to say it, but and the fancy tower, fancy cardboard tower, kind of a nice touch. And I like this little tray and the other tray that it comes with that I do not have with me right now. So we'll keep these rules nearby, I guess. But I am trying to find the names of all the nests. I don't know if that'd be like a rulebook thing or an appendix thing. I forget. So we got to remember these things. We got forest, grasslands, and wetlands. Oh, here we go. Invertebrate is not worms, but I will refer to it as worms many times. Seed, which I call grain all the time. Fish, okay, that's easy. Fruit, which could be known as berries sometimes, so I apologize. And rodent, aka rats, is sometimes what I'll call it. We also have the wild symbol and the no food symbol are in that category. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Platform. Hopefully I'll remember that, but I won't probably. A bowl. Okay, that's kind of easy. Cavity. And ground. I'll try. And that's a wild. So that counts as any four of these. I'll try, but these names, it's hard to pin those to pictures for me. I don't know enough about birds, really. Like wild birds. I grew up owning parrots and stuff, but that's like, I don't care where they're nesting and stuff. They're just nesting in a cage. I don't care about their natural habitat. I just try to make them talk. Hole in the tree is a cavity. Yeah, that I can link together. And then the platform kind of has that line under the nest, so that could be by platform. I'll try to remember that. Ground looks like, spilled some eggs on the floor. They're on the ground. Rob, check the feed. You're buffering. Am I really? Man. I don't know. YouTube says excellent. Let me show you. I will show you right here. Yeah, if you go here, stream health. I started it at 154. It's healthy. No sound, so it gives me a warning about no sound. And then it's healthy. It's been healthy since 2 o'clock. Yeah. Check your network. Maybe your neighborhood's getting pounded because people are all using the internet around your house, all working from home and stuff, and streaming Netflix in the day now. And that kills networks. Netflix streaming kills like networks. But yeah, that's a little behind the scenes for you there. So nothing on my end and nothing on YouTube's end. So it's beyond YouTube to you, I think. Yeah, maybe drop it to like 720p or something. Like I know you can change the quality settings. Like maybe that'll help. Or maybe like delay it by like unclick the live. Maybe I don't know. And go back like a few seconds and let it like I don't know. Okay, so let's get our second one out. So this one, for round one, is having the most eggs in platforms for round one. We'll get the most points on the little score track. For round two, total birds. Total bird cards, I believe, is in my little tableau here, is what I'm trying to achieve. Have more birds than him. I'll explain how he scores his stuff in a minute, or she, it, they, whatever you want to call the Automa. I guess he is the designer, so I don't know. All right. Most eggs in wetlands. Okay, and then this one is basically birds with bowl nests that have at least one egg on them. So for everyone that has at least an egg on it with that type of nest, it counts as one. And that's what our round scoring is. And there is stuff on the other sides. Like they're actually two sides. I just grab them out whichever way they're facing. But could get stuff on two sides. So that's our goals for the game. Yeah, throw that off to the side. All right, the Automa. Automa, solo AI, whatever you want to call it. Guys, buy better internet. No, it could just be a lag between YouTube and you, and all it is, you know what it is? It's networks are getting saturated because not everyone's in single offices now. Everyone's all at home trying to connect into their workplaces, and they're also, while they're working or not working, streaming Netflix. People are playing video games more in the day, downloading patches and all that stuff. Like, it's just gonna add network saturation. And also, who knows what people are actually at work at some of these companies now. Like, even the internet service providers don't have people probably going to the office now, and they're all working remotely trying to support the networks, and they're creating network connectivity coming into the networks that they're hosting. So I don't know, that's what I would bet on. But yeah, but I do apologize. Hopefully it comes out good later and not just full of like YouTube screwing me over, putting like blips in the video too. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this guy, he's got this little card that's just here to remind me it's optional. When I flip an Automa card on their turn, I always go first, but when I flip a card, it kind of lines up here. And I play with this card on the round one side, with round one pointing here, and this is what he's going to do. Okay. When we're on round two, it would look like so, and this line is the line I care about. Now there's different things on these cards, and as you see here, sometimes cards are moved after certain rounds, okay? But there's all different symbols on the cards, okay? All different symbols. Here's the AI, all the actions they're gonna do. So it's similar to AI that we've seen in other Stonemaier games, and it's similar to AI that we saw in like Architects of the West Kingdom, that kind of thing. It's just flipping a card, doing actions, right? They give you little reference cards here that kind of let you know the symbols. They got slightly different backs, and they let you know the symbols, what's up. So in this case, let's say round two here, we're going to gain some eggs. They count eggs as points just like we do. And then here, this cube tells us place one action cube on the current round's goal. So if we go look at the goals, the Automa also has these round one, round two, round three, and round four cards. And each round, you obviously have the round up that you're on. And based on the goal, so all the goals are kind of covered here in each section, it tells you their starting points to achieve this goal. So for the first one, they want most eggs in a platform nest. So if I look at most eggs in a platform nest, so anything like that goal is here in line 2, they're starting off at 1. So automatically I'm losing. They're at a base 1. But anytime it tells them to add a cube, we put a cube from the Automa on that goal, and it adds 1 to that base number. And that's what I'm competing with. But sometimes it will remove a cube. And if there's no cubes to remove, it just ignores that. But sometimes it'll take cubes away even after. So that's how you kind of compete with it there, with the goals. So that's what we'll do. So we know he's at base 1 for the first one. And I'm obviously starting at 0 eggs in my platform nest. Okay. Other things. Here, this one is they just draw a face down card. And based on the Automa difficulty level, it just collects face down cards. And face down cards, we're going to play Eagle, which is medium difficulty, is just worth 4 points as normal difficulty. So every face down card they get is going to count 4 points towards them. And they just go in a little pile. We'll just put a pile here. But that's what that one does. This symbol is actually going to, they're going to get a, which we should do right now. Let's do it. Let's just cut this deck or shuffle this deck here. And we're just going to get their goal card first. And as long as it's not, there's a couple that can't be. As long as it's not breeding manager, backyard birder, or missing a percentage, so it's platform biddle, we're fine. So this is going to be the Automa's goal card. They don't get any points from this card. They're just looking for this. Birds with platform nests is something they need to know. Let's do that here-ish. That's something they need to know when they are doing this action. So when they see this, what they do is they look at, okay, what does he look for? He's looking for stuff with platform nests. Then I'll look at the birds here, and any that have platform nests, I pick them up, and the one with the most victory points on the bird, they take that one face up to that bird pile, that face down cards or whatever, and that is worth the victory points on the bird at the end of the game. You discard any other ones that have the same platform nests, and then at the end of his turn, you refill the missing spots. If there are none there that fit this criteria, my understanding is all they do is draw a face down one off the top of the deck and do not manipulate this. But for this one, the face down, they will actually blow away all 3 cards here and just draw one off here and then refill. Okay, so slightly different. One card, this is face up cards, this is face down cards, and they manipulate things a little differently, and it's related. This one's related to its goal. Okay, getting eggs, super simple. Just gets the eggs, however many are in the row. Then it's got one here with the food die on it, and it goes in like a priority order. It will grab all the dice out of here that have whichever symbol comes first from left to right. You'll see that when we do that. And then like we talked about the cubes already. But then there's also activate all pink powers on my board if I have any. We'll fire off if that symbol's on the card. But that's really all there is. It's not complicated. That's all you have to know. And at the end of the round, we already talked about the base value here, plus any cubes. We flip the current round tracker, yep. Remove noted cards from the Automa deck. So we have to do that at the end of each round. Take out, there's one card that comes out at the end of round 1, one at the end of round 2, one at the end of round 3, and then you shuffle up the deck. And then at the end, we're gonna use the little other side. So there's normally a side on the front for multiplayer, and then on the back they have Automa, a side where you can record scores on there. So we'll do that at the end. Okay, I'll keep these little reference sheets nearby just in case. And if I didn't explain anything clearly enough, let me know. And Matouche says, yeah, I think it perfectly simulates the other player. It's cool. You can even imagine what the other player is doing. I was thinking that actually too. It's interesting. I like the way it kind of messes with the birds, kind of like when you're playing multiplayer. You're like, have your or you have your eye on a bird, and then somebody yanks it, or it all goes away or whatever. But it's kind of neat. So just gonna make sure I'm not. So there's this other card that they say put in if you want a bigger challenge, where they will just start yanking. Obviously, they'll yank some victory point card possibly, or they'll just get a face down, and then they just get another cube each round. So this kind of makes it a little tougher to beat on the end goals and get some more victory points usually. So, well, I guess in any case, get some more victory points. But sometimes they can grab a face-up bird that might give them like 8 or 9 victory points in one shot off that card. So I can see why this would be more challenging. But we're not going to play with that here for this game. Until I consistently can beat the Automa and figure out this game, would I ever start throwing that in, I think. But Matouche is asking, what's your stream schedule, plans for games? Yeah, right now it's kind of like day by day. I'm just we got Boss Monster scheduled for Thursday evening. Mel and I tonight are going to play Boss Monster again for the first time in many years to figure it out, and we're going to try this game, and I'll probably schedule, if we feel comfortable with this multiplayer, Mel and I will schedule a stream tomorrow evening playing Wingspan 2-player, and then Boss Monster Thursday evening. I was going to do some Cloudspire in the day, which I still might do, playing some solo Cloudspire, but then I kind of looked at the views of the last 4 playthroughs I did of that using the Nerora, and they're not really there. So I don't know if people just don't really care for the later scenarios in solo campaigns, so I'm in no hurry for those. I'm going to look at some other games on the shelf and see what's there, and kind of look at if I've streamed it already or done videos for it already. Were there lots of views, likes, and comments? Was it something people want to see more of? Or I'll just look for something that maybe we just get to the table, or I'll play something else solo. But I'll figure it out after today. I'll kind of look down. I'll sit down and try to plan things out a little more ahead. But right now, with my daughter being home and my wife now working from home and all this crazy COVID stuff, just worrying about that at first. It was hard to plan a schedule yet, but I should be able to start planning tomorrow and schedule a few streams out. But Ryan says, I usually can't watch during the day. I'll be there if you do it tomorrow. And no, Matouche, I don't have Everdell. No, I don't have Everdell. One day I will, though, because that is a game on my short list for sure. And I know, Matouche, you can only watch in the daytime. I know a lot of Europeans and people in the Eastern Hemisphere, I guess, can only watch really in the daytime, which is fun. That's why I could do it in the day. But yeah, we also stream in the evening also because Mel works in the day, so that's when we stream our multiplayers. Okay, so let's do set up this. So we'll throw the Automa little card here on the round 1 side. Okay, those little deck. This is a little card. Let's throw this here. Let's do it like this. Okay, we'll build a little bird deck pile here. The gold cards. Do I have everything? I think I have everything for the Automa. Good. For me, I'm going to get 5 cards, 5 birds, right? And then 2 gold cards. And we'll take a look. Let's talk through it. And again, I'm not a pro with strategy. I haven't seen like barely any of the birds in the game. So I sort of don't even know what's possible strategy-wise. But the goals I got were Fishery Manager, birds that eat fish. If I have 2 to 3 of them, I get 4 extra victory points at the end of the game. If I have 4 plus birds in my habitats here, I will get 8 victory points. Any bird with the fish symbol, the bird may also eat other kinds of food. So the wild doesn't count. I believe it has to have the fish symbol. And 18% of cards in the whole deck have that. So 18%. Is that any good? I don't know. And this one, birds with cavity nests. 4 to 5 birds in my habitat, and wilds count. So birds with the cavity symbol or the wilds nest type. If I have 6 plus, I get 7 points. 4 to 5, I get 4 points. 31% of cards. Now, see, this is easier to achieve, it seems. So I think, but yeah, wild food doesn't count, I don't think, because it would say on there. It says wild for the nest, so I'm sure it would say wild on the food. So I'm going to say it doesn't count, I would assume. Okay, here's some birds I got. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. So the first one here, we got a bobolink. Goes in the grasslands. Worms, grain and grain. And has a ground nest. 3 eggs total, 4 victory points. When you played, lay 1 egg on each of your birds with a ground nest. Okay. Then we got Great Crested Flycatcher. When activated, gain 1 worm from the bird feeder if there is one. So that's when you put this card in a row, you trigger the action, and you're going along and you're activating them with the brown line. You would get that each time. So part of the little engine building of the game. So my favorite part is these little, trying to get these all in a row and kind of making a little engine that works together. It's kind of neat when it comes together. It feels pretty good. But yeah, he goes in the grasslands, or sorry, yeah, no. Forest, right? Forest, grasslands, wetlands, yeah. And eats the berries, the fruit, and the worms. Mutton Chop says, today is my last day at work. Yes! We finally have a work from home policy. So I'll be working from home for 3 weeks starting tomorrow. Thank goodness. Yes, good to hear. Good to hear. Congratulations. That's perfect. Good for your health. All right. And we got this hawk here. Grasslands, worm, rodent. 5 points. Platform nest, 2 eggs. It's a predator. When activated, look at a bird card from the deck. If it's less than... it's less than 75 centimeters, tuck it behind this bird. If it's not, discard it. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. And it says, these hawks feed chicks, small mammals, and birds, but adults eat mostly insects. Oh, interesting. Okay. And then we have an Eastern Phoebe. I think that's how you say that. 3 victory points. They can go in any habitat. Needs a worm or a fruit. Wild nest. I like these ones. Can take 4 eggs. When activated, all players. So in this case, all players that would get a worm from this supply, it doesn't affect this guy. He doesn't take food tokens, and any of these cards that benefit all players only benefit me, not the Automa. That's kind of good we got that example. Then I have the spotted towhee. Grasslands or forests can take 1 food of, it's an ore, so insects, grain, or fruit. 0 victory points though, but it's a ground nest, and it's got lots of egg holding ability here. And when activated, I like these ones. Gain wheat from the supply. I like when you can generate food multiple ways, not just using the food action, right? So if we look at our if we look at our rounds, here's where I kind of like start. So where's my goal? Did these are my goals, right? Um, so I see I have cavity, a wild. That could fit into cavity nest stuff here, right? And then birds that eat fish, I literally have 0 here. So like just looking at that says fishery manager is going to the trash. That's what I think. I don't know if that's correct. That's just what so far. This is only playthrough number 3 I've ever done in this game, so noob alert. I told you, noob warning. That's what I would think. Uh, and the first bird. So Animation Raptor saying predator birds are great. My daughter uses those more often and wins from it. Yeah, my daughter beat me too in our play. I have yet to beat her too. So basically, I'm 0-2 at playing this game, which is awesome. I like a game that challenges me that I have to try to figure out. That's part of the fun of learning games. So I need eggs and platform nests is round 1. But only round 1, even if I get the top, is only 4 victory points. So what you have to look at is like the bottom, because the bottom is 7 victory points if you're number 1. And then 6 and 5 and 4. So it's like the later ones is more important to work towards. I mean, it's only an extra couple of victory points, but still points, right? And if you can get some to work together, it's awesome. So bowl nests with eggs in them, that's kind of important. So I got to be thinking about that from the beginning. So wilds are good for that. Anytime you see a bunch of nest types, I think wild nests are really good. I think that's what I feel, because that would be flexible. That bird you invested in now is getting you points from all different directions. And wetlands, that is the only habitat type I see. So wetlands to me is important. Okay. Total birds is total birds. So in my mind, if I'm trying to get the most birds jammed in my habitats, cheap birds, easy to feed would be smart, right? And obviously you have to look at victory points on your birds. Also, birds that can hold more eggs. Eggs are worth victory points at the end of the game. So this is where my brain starts to cook, and why sometimes I just give up and just go with what looks cool and try to make a little engine. That's my fun with this game. It's not a winning way to play it sometimes, I guess, but there's so much to think about. Right from the beginning in this game, and that's like the beauty of this game, is these change up every time in order, or different goals are involved, and the birds you only see a few cards in the deck. You got to try to make it work and best your opponents and be as efficient as possible. So we're also looking at the market. Good call, Matouj. The difference between first and second place is always 3 points, though. Oh, I did not realize that. Yeah, so 1 point in the first one. Second place is 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. Yeah, so you really want first place in them as much as possible. But if you tie, I believe if you tie with somebody like first place here on the last one, for example, it's 7 halved and then rounded down, so you each get 3 points, I'm pretty sure. I could be totally wrong on that. Chill stream is no hard strategies, though. Actually, chill stream, yes, is maybe no hard strategies, but mostly a chill stream in the Twitch world is kind of like no yelling, no screaming, no loud music, no explosions. It's just like you can just sit there, put it on the background, and it's just like mellow out. So I figure with the whole bird theme and the colors, it's kind of like just chill, and maybe my voice, I can make it a little more relaxing. But I won't be screaming at nemesises who are pounding me and destroying me and all that stuff. I won't be yelling at the Automa. So yeah. Oh, that's correct if 2 players tie? Okay, divided by 2, rounded down. Okay, perfect. Hey, Jack, how's it going? But yeah. All right, so this is tough. So in here, we have a bowl, cavity, and a bowl. No platform nest there, so the first one doesn't really help. It'd be nice to get the first one. And he was starting at, what did I say, 1? So I need at least 1 or 2 birds that will satisfy that. So again, wild would help with that. And that's this platform guy. Those would help for the first goal. And then bird cards for the second goal. This one only takes 1 food. This one takes 2. To me, that seems pretty good. That might help me get to the next one. And then I'm worried about wetland birds for round 3. So this is a wetland bird. Okay. But that's it. No wetland birds appear either. That kind of sucks. But I have a couple rounds to get some wetland birds. And then birds with bowl nests. So the wild helps there. And there is 2 bull nests here. So these would help. So that's kind of good if I can snag those maybe. This one only takes 1 to play. 1 piece of food. 1 worm. And it gets me worms from the supply. I like this, getting food from the supply. But he's only worth 1 victory point. But, I don't know. I don't know. So in my mind, I would probably keep these 2 guys. And maybe keep the food, which I should have 1 of each food too, by the way. Which I then can choose which ones to keep based on which cards I keep. For every bird I keep, I have to lose a piece of food. For my 5, I start with 1 of each type, right? Jack says, I'm good and healthy. Just wondering, how is the virus affecting you guys? They just did a state of emergency in our province of Ontario today. Started closing down restaurants and bars and stuff. Reduced transit services, grocery stores, those kind of stores and all that stuff are having reduced hours. There's hoarding, mass hoarding around here. Like grocery store shelves are just like getting raided. They are getting stocked up pretty decent. I've seen pictures on like Reddit and whatnot, but yeah, then people just are rushing. There's people trying to sell off stuff. I'm sure that's happening in North America in general. But yeah, it's just my wife's now working from home. My daughter's school is closed for the next few weeks. Yeah, it's a little awkward. But yeah. So Predator Bird gives you 1 point for every Tuck Bird card, which can be 10 plus. Heavy Egg Laying Bird can give you 1 point for each egg, which is great. And that's the playthrough I had this morning. Was I went this whole egg strategy. I had a whole row. This was all full of my grasslands. And then I had birds that were like spending eggs to get food. And the next bird in the line was like getting me eggs back. And it was kind of neat. It was like a cool little engine I had going. But I don't know if we'll see that kind of thing here in this playthrough. I find with the big random deck, it's kind of hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes normal point outweigh the bonus card. Yeah, I usually ignore my bonus card, to be honest, every time I played. But then again, like, I've never won, so. But this I kind of just forget about. Because, like, maybe I get lucky, but if I get 4 that have Cavity or Wild, I get 4 extra victory points there. And if I can use the ones that play into this, but I could take this Cavity Bird also, where he gains a worm from the bird feeder if there is one. It's another food generation. I find sometimes I lack on food generation or card draw, and I find that hurts me. Sometimes I get a tucking bird, but then I'm having trouble getting wetland birds to get card draw going, and then it's kind of like a waste. I have trouble getting cards under them. So that happens sometimes. So what I think I'll do, kind of ignore the cavity building thing for now. There's one here too, which is a little cheaper to make. So I'll just toss all these ones to the discard pile. Like I said, may not be making the most efficient decisions, but I'm having fun exploring this game and just trying different things out. Going cheap bird sometimes, big bird sometimes, worry about the like victory points on them or not, worry about nest types and stuff. Just depends on what's here. Okay, so let's put our little, let's put this here. Okay, let's just throw this off to the side. Okay. So we'll keep those. And then we have to lose 2 types of food. So we don't need grain and we don't need fish right now. So I think that's how that works. So here is our hand. Let's put our food here so you guys can see. And there's our hand. Let's move this up a little bit. There you go. There you go. All right. Jack's asking about Clank Legacy already. Man, we just finished Aeon's End Legacy yesterday. Possibly this weekend. I just have to talk to Mel and try to figure out when's the best time I want to crack into that game. But probably this weekend. I just don't know which day yet. But I want to do it on a day where we have like a good amount of hours we can stream, like a pretty long stream to get going, because I want to crack the box fresh on stream, read through everything like total noobs, and get into it like live, like just discover right from scratch, like take off the shrink like on stream is the plan. Or maybe I take off the shrink ahead of time, just read the beginning of the rule book to maybe get going faster, but we'll see. We'll see. But at least we'll not look at past the rule book. Except, yeah, that's it. Yes, this weekend, says Mel in the chat. uh, so yeah, maybe Saturday or Sunday we'll schedule just a stream. I'll do that soon, and then yeah, you guys will see it. I'll be tweeting about it and posting on Facebook and that kind of stuff. But yeah, should be this weekend. I mean, what else are we doing, right? We're gonna be on lockdown soon here, so I don't think we're going out partying or anything like that. Going to some large gatherings, not allowed to happen. Okay. I also forgot to look at the food in here. Could the food in here? I guess that is something you also should probably evaluate when you're picking your starting stuff. I would think. It's probably something I totally just ignored there. That may be a problem with the birds I took, but shouldn't be because I have this food, right? But I guess you could like look here and kind of figure it out. I don't know. All right. So we always go first. You have 8 action cubes in round 1. At the end of the round, when you do an end round scoring, you actually use one of your cubes on here to mark your place, and you lose that cube going forward. And every round you lose a cube, and you have less actions, which is kind of neat. So there's like always a strict set of turns in the game, which is kind of neat. So it's not like Scythe where it's just like you're waiting. The game could take hours and hours because you're waiting for someone to place that 6 star. In this, you know the game is pretty much going to take around the same length every time. Jack, we talked about this in a recent stream during Aeon's End Legacy, and I love ripping up stuff. I've played Pandemic Season 1 and 2, and Jack's asking me if I'm ready to rip up stuff and destroy components. Yes, I am. That's part of the fun of a Legacy. After the first couple plays, months or whatever in Pandemic Legacy Season 1, at first I was a little weary, like this feels super weird, ripping up stuff and writing on things and stickers everywhere. But after that first couple plays, I just gave in and just was okay with the fact that I was destroying stuff I'd never get to play with again. Because I've come to the conclusion too, in overall gaming and gaming collections and how the industry is moving, there are more and more awesome games coming out all the time, and I'm never going to care to go back and play that game again, like through the whole story. I'll be moving on. There'll be other Legacy, other campaigns, other games in general that'll just take my time. So I am totally okay ripping up stuff, having that. I understand it's like I know you can play the game at the end with what you build in that game, supposedly, but in any case, the cards I'm ripping up, the components I'm destroying, things I don't see, I'm okay with that as part of the experience. And I love that whole idea of talking with somebody else who maybe experienced something different when they played through. I really love games that have that like branching path choices and stuff like that, where you talk to them later and they're like, oh, that's not what happened to us. We had this happen and that happened, and our experience was completely unique compared to yours. That is the genius in Legacy games, and I'm looking forward to that. So I can't wait. It'd be hard to watch if you didn't. No, I'm not going to be like putting things off to the side like, oh, I'll laminate this later and use it and stuff. No. None of that. All right, so let's see here. We are going to... I don't know. What are we doing first? We're just slapping down a bird? Or are we just going to try to generate some worms? Get the worm engine going right here? We're trying to get eggs on platform nests. This guy's a wild. That counts towards that. We can put him in any habitat. He could take 4 eggs. Eggs are what we want in the beginning. So do we put him in the grasslands? But then wetlands is also going to count, so that could help us with card draw. Yeah, let's throw them in the wetlands, because we may not know how many wetlands cards we see, and by round 3 we need to have lots in the wetlands. So let's we put our little cube up here in the top row. So we have play a bird, gain food, lay eggs, draw bird cards. 4 actions in the game on a turn. That's it. Super simple. So I think I will throw him down here, and I have to feed the bird to put it in that habitat. And I put it in the leftmost empty column, and we will feed it. I don't know, is certain food like more rare on these dice? I don't know. I guess this would be more common, these two, right? Because they have like, they're on 2 different sides, kind of like. So, but right now I have the food to feed whatever. So I'm just going to use berries for this guy. So I have the other food I need for the hawk. And when we play that, that is it. I don't need to spend any eggs to put it down. And I'll slide this to the left. Okay. Now the Automa gets this card. So we put this down here like this. On here. And we know round 1 is what we're looking for. So round 1, it's going to do that whole drawing cards based on its goal card. Or whatever it's called. Bonus card, I think it's called. So it looks up here. Do any have platform nests? No. So none do. It doesn't touch anything there. It just grabs one off here, face down, adds it to his little bird point deck. So now this guy's at 4 victory points already with this face down card, based on us playing the medium difficulty or whatever. Normal difficulty. Okay. Now it's my turn. And he doesn't put any cubes or take away any cubes. It's blank there. But you see in round 2 or 3 on this card, he would actually pull some cubes away. Shuffling these cards is hell. I agree. It takes longer to shuffle the deck than it does to play the game, I feel. And that's why I'm scared of getting the expansion. It's like, I'll have to use a shuffling machine. Or pay my daughter to shuffle. Alright, let's see here. Well, we have no eggs, so we can't put a second bird here in this row, which is fine. My bird can only go in grasslands. I think that's okay. I think we just do that. I think it's better to have birds down first before you start taking actions in the row so you can get better actions. But then again, those better actions need eggs or they need food or whatever. But I don't know. Putting my birds to work. So I'll feed this guy some rodents and some insects or whatever. Slide it over. And then when I take the eggs action in the future, I should be able to slap some eggs on these guys, which work towards that first goal. I don't know. Maybe there's a bird up here I should have been grabbing first from drawing. I don't know. Yeah, get the bird out. Seems good. I got no birds in hand now. So, yeah. I have no tuck bird, so I don't think that matters too much. But okay. So this guy will go. Automa. Flips up. We got the round 1. So it's going to take out the food die. And it goes in that order. So it's going to grab this one here because it's the only one in there with that symbol, and that's the priority. And then it will trigger all my pink powers, which I have none. Which I don't remember what those are referred to as. But they do have a name. Is there a pink power name? It's like reactionary powers or something. Once between turns, they're called, I guess. We got when activated or brown, once between turn or pink, and then when played or no color. Oh, there was a name for them in general, but okay. All right. So that was him. My turn. So what do we need? What do we need? I feel like we need cards. My hand's empty. And is anything here going to help us with platform nest business? Not really. But this guy gets us worms. This guy caches grain, which is points for the end of the game. They're both forest, which is not really what I'm looking for, but it will help me get better food later. But if I can get food in rows that I'm already going to be activating a lot, I think it's better. But this one, laying eggs on bowl nests. I don't know. These birds kind of suck, I think. They kind of suck. But the bowl nests actually are needed for the last round. So maybe I generate eggs. Yeah, let's generate eggs. I'll get 2 eggs. I don't have any food to toss away for extra eggs. And then we go here. When activated on this predator, we look at a card from the draw deck. If it's so I'm assuming you have to look at the top one here. I'm not sure if you can look at these ones and take one from there. Because I know when it shows that symbol, does anyone know? I'll check in the book in a sec, but it says look at a like card from the deck. And usually when that symbol's there, it could mean one from here or here. So I don't know if I always have to draw one from here or it can be one from there. And then if it's less than 75, tuck it behind this bird. If not, discard it. I'm assuming it's a random draw. Has to be deck? Has to be blind? Okay, perfect. That's what I would think. But then it threw me off when I like played the first time and then reread the rules and was like, oh, anytime it's like draw, you can take from here too. I didn't realize that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's look. Less than 75 wingspan? Yeah, 10 centimeters. Nom, 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 nom. Predator got him. Poor little bird. Poor little bird. All right. And that'll be 1 victory point at the end of the game for every bird that's tucked behind this guy. So that's good. A little bit of luck there. So it's not like too consistent, I would assume, but... Oh, I forgot to put the eggs on birds. When he gets eggs, I put him in a little pile, and I was used to that. But yeah, these should go on the birds for sure. That's a noob alert. I told you, noob alert. If it's without deck, it's anywhere. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. This goes to the left. Now here, Automa, round one still. So he's gonna get an egg. So this is what I was thinking in my head. This is why I did this. So he collects eggs. So he gets an egg. Let's give him not a blue egg. Let's give him a green egg so it's like stands out a little more with his cubes. I guess they will still stand out. Okay. And then removes the cube from the goal. But there is no cubes there, so we're good. All right, my turn. Now what? Drawing cards so I can toss eggs? I don't know. I feel like I want to get those bowl nest birds up there. And if I get a worm, I can play this one. Okay. I was hoping this would be changed up and I would see some different birds. I know I can draw off the top of the deck, but I really hate doing that. I hate the randomness of it. But if you're just trying to find birds to tuck, drawing off the deck's great. Because then you might get lucky and find something that's even better. Okay, so let's draw a card. Let's take this little guy who can help us generate food. So I like that to feed our food resources, I guess. So we'll draw that guy. We will... Let's lose an egg. And draw another one. Let's take this guy. I think. All players lay one egg on any one bowl nest bird. You may lay one egg on one additional bowl nest bird. Yeah, that seems good for the last round kind of thing. These aren't wetland birds though. But okay. Then we go to the left. All players gain a worm from the supply, but it does not affect this guy. He doesn't get bonuses off my cards. Both these birds actually count for the round. That's the thing. So I need to do the bird action again, I think. Oh, yeah. So I don't think it really matters. All right, that's that. Automa. It's going to do the card. Oh, I need to fill up the thing at the end of my turn. Okay, there's a wetland bird. All right, so it is looking for platform nests, which are none. So he's just going to draw another face down card. Okay, my turn. Do we do that wetland bird yet? I don't know. The wetland bird is a predator. When activated, roll all the dice not in the bird feeder. If there any are fish, gain one fish and cash it on this card. I feel like that is so like doesn't work very often. Based on the other cards I've had like that, it feels like very, very like not, yeah. It's very rare that it hits. Clank Legacy, we're probably just going to play it 2 players, especially with all the social distancing stuff. We were originally going to play Clank Legacy playthrough, try to get 3 players maybe with Justin, or also wrap in Kyle, and play it a little slower. Maybe where we only play like one Saturday every other weekend, where we go through like as many plays as we can get done in like 3 to 5 hours. But since it's all social distancing and trying to stop the spread, and people don't want to leave their house and that kind of stuff, Mel and I are just going to do it as like a 2-player run through probably. unless they come out with a cure and solve that all by like Saturday, solve COVID-19 by Saturday, which I don't see happening. Yeah, we're just gonna do 2-player, just so we can play it more consistently and get through it, and then get on to other games too, right? Because if a game drags on longer, we start playing other games in between. That's how we mess up and start forgetting rules and have to spend more time like relearning games when we take time off from playing a consistent game. But yeah, all right. So I think it's my turn, right? It's my turn. So, what am I trying to do here? Trying to get more birds. So if I'm looking ahead to round 2, I just need more birds. If I can get platform eggs and platform nests, that would be great too. So if I can get more guys in this row, which then gets me better egg actions, which gets me more eggs on the birds that count for that total, would be nice. I also, birds with bowls is good for the end, and birds in wetlands are good. So, let's just try to get these birds in play, I guess. We're gonna need to get food in a second, so let's do it. How are we gonna do this? So we could go down here to draw, which, what I'm thinking is, here's my steps. So I'm thinking with these birds, I want to get food eventually to play one of these birds. But if I look up here, I don't see more platform nests again. So like I only have these 2 working for me. I don't see any wilds. It's kind of rough out here. But this guy also only has 1, and I have 2 technically. I just have to put an egg on the other one, or I guess I have to get more eggs. I only have 1. Sorry, I only have 1 point because I have egg on 1. So I just need to get eggs on these guys with my last cube, I think, and I should be okay to get first place. I should be okay. So that cube's saved for that. Okay, but before that, I can start beefing up some of these actions by just getting more birds out. But to get those birds out, I could play this one right now, and I would spend this worm to put this up in the forest, which would make the food action better. But then when I go to take that food action to actually have it be better, I have to play a card out of hand to get an additional food out of here. So I would need to draw first. But when I do draw, I do get a worm for that. So that is extra food to help pay for this other bird. So I think that's where I'm going. Hopefully I do that all in the right order. So yeah, let's get this guy in play. So that cube up here, we'll spend the worm. All right, slide that over. Automa. Round 1. So he's taking out, there's no rodents, there's fish. No fish. Fish are gone. Okay, no pink powers to fire off. That's that. Jack, my daughter would play. She has played Clank and does love it. She asked me if we could play it on stream while she's off school, actually. She does love Clank. She loves Architects of the West Kingdom. Those are like her 2 favorite games. She's like been loving lately. We've been playing not on camera, obviously, but she does want to play on stream. She says it. But then when she plays on stream, if it goes like longer than an hour, she starts getting like antsy and doesn't really want to sit with it. And like, it's not the same when you're playing on stream, right? I'm interacting with you guys, so it makes the play take longer, and then she's just sitting there like twiddling her thumbs while I'm reading chat and trying to figure things out. So it'd probably be better if we like just played with our heads down and kind of just like try to go through it as quickly as possible. But do I want to do a stream like that? I don't know. But yeah. And she's 10 too, right? So it's like attention span's not there completely. And I understand totally. So we'll see. But I don't think she would, I don't think she would stick it through the whole campaign. And my daughter, she's played Marvel Champions on stream before. And that was live. Yeah, that was live. And she, again, got restless by it. There was another game she played too. She's played with like family members in like Horrified. She's in like a Horrified stream she played with us. Yeah, squirrel. She just gets bored after like an hour. She's like, Daddy, can we just end the stream now? Like, can I go back upstairs? I want to play video games now. I want to go play Fortnite or whatever. And it's like, you said you would play. So anyways. So yeah. Oh, Mel's in the chat saying she's played a few times. She played Marvel Champions. She also played Horrified. And I feel like she's also played Scythe, what's it? My Little Scythe. Like the family version of Scythe. She's played real Scythe before a few times with us, but not on stream. And she does okay at that game, actually. But My Little Scythe, we played that on stream before. Or not on stream, maybe that was just recorded. But yeah. Okay. Alright. So we did this, grab the food, right? Now it's my turn, I think. Let's check how many turns. I'm getting thrown off here who took what turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and they go second. And I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's me. Yeah, it's me. So I'd be putting 6 down and they'd be getting their 6th card. Okay, so I was talking about I want to get this bird out there for bowls later. And it can hold, I guess it only needs to hold 1 egg in the bowl. So let's go here. We'll draw a card. Let's go for this wetland bird, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's most eggs in wetlands. So yeah, this guy only holds 2. But he's worth 6 victory points. Worth 6 victory points. Yeah, we'll just take this guy. I feel like I'm just going to throw him away to get extra food. Yeah, whatever. And then let's spend... do we do the egg to draw another card? Yeah, let's spend an egg to draw another card. I know that may be bad. Let's just do a random one. Oh, another wetland. Oh, it's a wild too. And when activated, you draw a card. If you do, discard 1 card from your hand at the end of your turn. Ooh. Okay, so it's like card cycling. Interesting. Yeah, it's like My Little Scythe, I think it's called. My Little Scythe. Right? Yeah. It was like a game designed by a Canadian guy out west and his like 4 or 5-year-old daughter. They like did a print and play version called like it was like My Little Pony themed Scythe for families and kids. And then Jamie Stegmaier like saw that and worked with the guy, and they actually made a proper like My Little Scythe themed with like more family friendly kid version of Scythe. And like it's still a great game. It's a great quality production, and it's like gives you that feeling of Scythe. If you want to play Scythe with like a very young kid, I would say you probably gotta wait till like age 6 or so, maybe, depending on what games you already play with your child. But yeah, we played with just adults one time, and it was super hilarious. Like trying to give each other friendship and stuff, and like yeah, it was fun. It's silly stuff, but it's a great game, very great game. And they're doing an expansion right now. Actually, it should be announced soon. Coming out. It's been announced, but I don't know what it is yet. But it should be shipping at some point this year. But yeah, if you're looking for that Scythe kick and all you have is kids around, yeah, you can play that game and get the Scythe kick. And or food draw, nice draw. Yeah. Okay. So and I gain a worm from this guy. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Gain a worm there. This goes over to the left. All right. Over to the Automa. So he's going to grab, fill in a card, sorry, end of my turn, fill in a card. Another wetlands bird. Okay. So they blow up all the cards, right? Blow up all the cards. Draw 1, face down, and then refill. Just double check that I did that right. Yeah, discard all 3 bird cards from the bird tray, and then the Automa draws 1 and keeps it face down. And then adds 1 cube to here. So now he's officially got 2 eggs for this. I have 0 now. Yeah, so we'll see. All right. So the end round bonus, I'm losing. I only have 2 cubes left. Can I get... Yeah, I don't think I can be cute here. So, So what I gotta do is for sure take the egg action. I need a food to throw away to get 3 eggs out to hopefully win that. But I've maybe put myself in a little bit of a corner here. Maybe I just take the egg action twice. Did you keep the bird that places eggs on other bird nests? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to throw this guy away. I need to get the food for him, though. So that's why I was planning on putting a bird here to get the food generated for it. But I couldn't get all that done in this round. But that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. Okay, so let's do just generate some eggs. And we'll go yoink, yoink. And we'll toss away a food for one more, maybe. I mean, maybe I don't need to go that crazy. I could just do this action again with my next cube and put 2 more on here. But then again, eggs are points at the end of the game. But food will help me get the guy into play faster. This sucks. I do have food problems, I think. No, I'll keep the food. I'll keep the food. Then this guy will look at this card, and it's 20 centimeters, less than 75. So we get another tuck. We get another tuck. He's collecting the food. Eating his prey. Hold for now, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I've done it before where I blew all my food just to do the bonuses on the eggs, and it's like, whoops. Now I'm having trouble getting birds out. And especially when you don't have a bird here or here, like it makes it really rough and feels very inefficient grabbing food. Food for Tweety Bird. Okay, Automa. So it's going to do the whole card thing. Oh, he loses one of his cubes. Yes. That paid off very well. Okay, so these go all the way. Boom. Takes one face down. Okay, and then fills it in. Whoops. And then this goes away. Nice. So already I'm beating him on the goal. That feels good. All right, last cube. What do I do? Do I do the eggs? Do I just do the eggs to make sure if he pulls up a 1, we're not tied? I feel like I should. But in round 1, is it like common that he puts one there? Or is it like very rare that he puts one there? I feel like I should play it safe and just slap down for eggs. Jack, I don't know. Probably later today, if not tomorrow morning. I will schedule the Clank Legacy stream. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I do need to get that bird out as soon as possible. So this is the dilemma I'm in right here. I could just go for food, toss one of these birds, and get 2 food that I need to put that little guy out next round, or and just hope he doesn't add a cube up here, and I get first place. But I think I would only tie. So tie, it's a different 2 points to 4 points. Hey, Shannon. Oh, the other thing, Darren, these, I don't know, it says in the book, like, don't stress out over how many points the Automa's getting. Because they score completely differently, right? So this is just a way to catch up for things that it doesn't do. So like, just I don't pay attention to this. I just don't really care. So you're not supposed to like. It's not a 1-for-1 through each round. I don't think. But we'll see at the end how well it does. At least he doesn't have a bunch of face-up ones that are 6 and 8 points in the first round like he did for me when I played earlier today. So they're all face down. They're only worth 4 points. So, but he doesn't get points off of this. What else doesn't he get points for? Something else they don't get points for. Bonus card. Oh, food on cards and tuck cards they don't get bonuses for. So that's kind of like makes up for that, I guess. Okay, let's risk it. Let's risk it. Oh, see you later, Jack. No problem. Thanks for stopping in. Be safe. Be safe. Hey, Adam. How's it going? When did I start streaming? You just got a notification 10 minutes ago, Adam. Yeah, I'm having a feeling there's network issues out there in general, or YouTube's having issues. But I started streaming at 2 o'clock, an hour and 10 minutes ago. Oh, that sucks. That does suck. Huh. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, let's just do this one. Let's gain the food. We'll worry about next round. We'll hope we get lucky on this one. He doesn't add another cube there and we tie, but so I actually need a grain and a berries or fruit or whatever. And I will toss away a card actually to get. Oh, sorry, it's not that. It's not that. It's the dice in the tray. Noob mistake. What did I do? This one. Sorry. These two. Woo. Okay, so I'll take the berries or the fruit, and then I'll throw away a card. I'll throw away this card to do a second die out of the tray. And we'll take the grain or the wheat or whatever it's called. Seed. Okay, and then we'll go here. We gain a worm. And we'll go here. So I'm done there. He gets one more. Yes, just an egg. Just an egg. All right. Awesome. All right, end of round. I clear these cubes. This goes away. Here. So eggs in platform nests. I have 2. Eggs in platform nests for round 1. 1, because he has no cubes on the actual tile. So that means 1 cube for second place and my cube for first place. Boom. Okay, we're going to go on to round 2, so we'll flip this one over. And if we look at the goal, we need total birds. I have 3 birds so far. And total birds, because this is round 2, he's starting out with 5. So I'm losing by 2 right now. Okay. What else we need? We need to remove a card from this deck. We also need to flip this card for round 2. And there's a card in here that's removed after round 1 right here. So we move that out of the game after round 1. So the deck gets smaller, and yeah. Adam says, is it anything like my morning? Yes, network issues. Yeah, I just think networks are getting saturated. Everyone working from home, trying to use VPNs, everyone connecting from all different residences, not just going out over their office network pipes. First place trophy. All right, so Automa shuffled. Is there anything else I need to do for this guy between rounds? For goal scoring, nope. Flip current round, yep. Remove noted card, place end of round. Nope, I think that's it, right? Anything else I didn't do? I don't know. Oh, you work in healthcare software. Ooh, ooh. Pressure's on, pressure's on. Yeah, that could be a thing. Wow. So that's end of the round. So next round, round 2. I have only 7 cubes to use this round because one of them is stuck up here. We can get this bird in play. I just need to spend eggs for it, but I have eggs. And what we're trying to do is just get as many birds on the board as possible. Obviously, if we get them in wetlands and then put eggs in wetlands, we're preparing for round 3. Also, if we get more birds out with bowl nests for the last round, and every one that has at least 1 egg on it will count as a point for the last round. To try to win first place there. So that's what we're thinking. That's where we're going. So I have 2. I have a wild here and a bowl nest. So that seems like very good to get out on the board. And if I can jam this guy in wetlands, that would be good. So let's go with this guy first. The one that I think it was Animation Raptor was saying I should try to get going was the all players lay an egg on any one bowl nest, and then you may lay 1 egg on 1 additional bowl bird, which seems very good for possibly the wetlands having tons of eggs. But with the bowl bird nest, I think I should be able to do that no problem. You just have to have at least 1 on each bowl nest bird. Oh, Jack, thank you so much. You just decided to join the Patreon. Welcome to the Patreon family. Thank you so much. I'll be putting up a poll soon, actually, for next week's. Actually, we're going to do a few more polls. I need to do more now that people are off work and stuff for just different days and different streams and things. And even some polls I got to do for Patreon to pick, like, which characters, like, if I do another Too Many Bones run, I think I'm going to put up, like, all the gear locks, and you guys pick which one I do on the next, like, solo run or something. One of us. Yes, one of us. Yes, Adam and Dragon are welcoming you too. Thank you for the support, Jack. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you so much. It'll definitely go back into getting more games on the channel and stuff, so I appreciate that. It helps us get to the goal. I think we have a goal, the first $100 goal on Patreon. I have Patreon goals now set up there. The first one, if I get to 100, I'm going to do my top 10 games of all time. I'll do a video of that. Yeah, so I've already made kind of like a list. I've kind of started evaluating some and thinking of that list. But when we get to $100 a month Patreon, I will do that video. And then there's some other goals about trying to help get us to conventions. But now with those conventions possibly being canceled this year, and I'm trying to work out other ways to get funding and volunteer when I'm there to get, well, not, I guess it's like kind of volunteering, but getting paid while we're at the convention, helping out publishers to offset the cost of those conventions. So don't worry about those goals. But there are other goals on there, which I totally forget what they are. 24-hour live stream. We have one of those as a goal. So yeah, forgot all about that. Oh, look, there's a Patreon thing popping up too. Awesome. Thank you for your support. Okay, let's see. Lazulu Bunting. So this guy, we're going to play him in the grasslands. He's the second bird in the row. So we have to pay an egg. And we have to feed it. All of this. 3 pieces of food. Okay. And we have the food to pay this guy out already. Wow, that seems very efficient. But they're not the biggest point birds. But that's okay, I think. Okay, Automa, round 2. So it's going to do the card draw thing. Boom. That sucks. There's a whole bunch of wetland birds here, including one that holds tons of eggs, which would have been nice to grab, but I took that risk and didn't draw cards instead. So they're all gone. And they take one face down and put a whole bunch out. Oh, there's wetlands and a cavity bird for my goal. Remember, a cavity bird nest is something that I might need to think about. And there's another wetland bird that only costs a worm to get out, which I generate worms no problem, but it only holds 2 eggs. But all players draw a card from the deck when you activate this bird. That seems really good. 5 victory points. I want this guy. I want this guy. I think that'd be good. Yes, extra draw. I'll just have spare stuff. That'd be great. Okay. And no cube shenanigans. All right, what are we doing now? We're just trying to play birds out, I guess, right? So I have an egg right now to do my second wetland bird. So I might as well just do that. Let's get the birds down so when we actually take these actions, they are the better actions, and then we also get activation powers when we go to do them. So we'll spend this last egg. We'll put this guy in the wetlands. Spend the worm. It's a worm or a fish. Done. Okay. I'll slide this over. Automa, 2 eggs. 2 eggs, and takes a cube off the goal token, but there is none there. So 4 eggs, bunch of cards. 5 cards. I don't know if I should do it like that. So if you guys want to keep track, but it's going to get a whole bunch more cards there, so it's tough to keep track. Okay. Now. Oh, thanks, Jack. See ya. More CTG swag. They have a Kickstarter coming up. True. Yep. The Cloudspire first expansion. Well, I guess not first expansion, but because they've already had 2 expansions that were in the first Kickstarter, but more expansions for Cloudspire and a Cloudspire reprint coming out Kickstarter April 14th. I think it's the date. And Animation Raptor likes the Tweety plus chicken hawk combo. Grasslands placement, increase your eggs, and tuck combos. Yeah, we'll see how it works out if I use it correctly. It should be okay. All right. So now I have no cards in hand. I have no food. I have no eggs. So, and I'm trying to get the most birds in play. Right now, he is at 5. I'm at 5. So we're kind of tied for that. But I have to keep in mind he may throw a couple of these cubes up here. So I probably need 7 or 8 birds to make sure I'm like in the clear. So what do we want to do? I see a cheap wetland bird here that only uses worms. I can get worms no problem. So maybe I do card draw. Yeah, let's do card draw because that'll help us decide what food and stuff we need, right? So I'll draw 2. I'll get this guy. But he's not a bowl nest, but he is wetlands. So it'll help for round 3, kind of. And do I just grab this bowl? Yeah, maybe I do the bowl. These are cheap birds, easy to get out. They only need 1 food each. Play a second bird in your grasslands. Pay its normal cost when you play this one. Or, sorry, in your forest. But I won't maybe not have that. I don't know. Or should I just... The cool part is I have this Forester's Turn where I can draw a card and then I can discard a card. So I can kind of like dig for stuff that's more efficient maybe and just kind of get anything now. But I'll take this one now. It's got the bowl. Although the cavity and wetland one could be good. Because this guy actually holds more eggs. But he takes 3 food to put him down. No. I like going the bowl nest route, I think. But I have wilds. I already have 2 bowl nest birds and 2 wilds. So I kind of have 4 for that last goal already. And then for my cavities, I need 4 at least to get 4 victory points. And I only have 2 wilds. So maybe I do go for the cavity bird instead. But then I'm also trying to just play out cheap birds right now. This guy's card draw. This guy's card draw. If you do discard 1 from your hand at the end of your turn. Yeah. No. Let's leave this guy. Let's go for these 2, I think. Yeah. We'll filter and we'll see. Okay. And then this guy says draw 1. If you do discard 1 from your hand. I actually can just take this guy, right? Oh, but then I just switch, right? Yeah, I'll draw. I'll draw from here. So this guy takes any 1 piece of food and go anywhere. And he's bowl. And he's 4 victory points to hold 2 eggs. When activated, each player gains 1 die from the bird feeder, starting with the player of your choice. Ooh, I like that. So let's see. Who's better here? I think I'm getting rid of this wetlands bird. Yep. I'll discard this guy. And then we fill up. Oh, I'm not done my turn yet. But I'll just grab my worm. And then I'll finish and fill. Automa. It is doing a blow up the card pool here. The menu, the buffet. Take a face down card. Fill. What the heck is that? What is that bird? Never seen that before. Greater Prairie Chicken? Okay. And that's that. And it puts a blue cube on here. Adam's asking, were you planning on backing the Chip Theory Games Kickstarter for new Cloudspire vids? Oh, and I'll need to gain a card for... So, for the... we call them guinea fowl? I've heard of that before, but I didn't know that's what they look like. Guinea fowl. One subspecies of this bird went extinct in 1932, and a Texas form is endangered. Back in the Kickstarter... Backing the Chip Theory Games Kickstarter for new Cloudspire vids. Yeah. I don't know. I'll be able to talk more about that soon. But I don't know if I'll need to back. We'll see. I don't know if I'll need to back. Yeah, we'll talk more about that soon. You'll see. Yeah, give it like maybe a week and a half. And I'll have more information for you on that one. Teaser. All right. Let's see here. So that was him blowing up the board. My turn. Yellow cube. Okay. So I want to get these birds out. I have food to put this one in. But I need to get food here. I could put this guy in the forest. I could put this guy in the forest so that I don't have to pitch cards to gain 2 food. But then again, that's a guy who could hold 2 eggs that's not in the wetlands when I'm trying to jam eggs in the wetlands, which I don't know what he's going to be trying to do there. I can put 6 in the wetlands right now. But then I have this guy I can put in the wetlands who can hold 4. So I think I want to put this guy up here to make my food generation a little better. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So let's play this guy. Oh, I don't have the egg for it yet. I don't have the egg for it yet. So I got to generate eggs first, I think. Yeah, let's generate eggs. Okay, so 3 eggs. And we need to put them in the wetlands, I think is where we're trying right now. I'll put 2 on this guy, 1 on this guy. Then this here, all players lay 1 egg on any one bull bird. I guess this guy. You may lay 1 additional egg on 1 additional bull bird. I guess I can put it on this guy, right? Because he's a bull bird. And I think wilds count too, right? I can, when it says the bull bird, can I also put this on the wild guys? I'm assuming so, right? When it says that, because it counts as any type of nest. Eggs and tuck, eggs and tuck. All right, here we go. Then we're gonna look at the top one, looking for yummy little birds. Yep, we got a little mourning dove, less than 75 centimeters. Yum 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 yum. Get in the tuck. All right, 1 tuck. 1 no tuck. I assume wild counts. Yeah, I would think so, right? So Adam says, gotcha. Good then. I would hypothetically not have to buy 2 copies and send 1 to you. No, you don't have to do that, I don't think. No, don't do that, Adam. Don't do that. No. Nope, that shipping would be insane. I want to get Portal Seekers expansion, and I went to go buy it from the store. I check every now and then. I'm like, should I add that and get that? Because I've been playing Cloudspire lately, and then I look and the shipping is like $24, and the game is only like Canadian $24 shipping, but the game's only like 40 or something like that. So it's like more than half of the price of the expansion to get it shipped. So it's like, I wish we had the like $10 max shipping deal that the US has, but unfortunately being in Canada sucks. So what my plan is when I go to Origins, if it's not canceled, I will just pick up Portal Seekers there. Road trip, yeah. Didn't they just change the shipping? For US and Europe, yeah, they did. I don't think for Canada. I checked like 2 days ago. Maybe they changed it recently. But 2 days ago I checked and the shipping was like $24 just for the Portal Seekers expansion. And then it starts going up even more if I start adding on like premium Cloudspire chips and stuff. It's like, then I'm just like, I can't. I'll just have to wait till I'm at a convention, and that's what I usually have to do with like premium stuff like that. Is just pick it up there. It's just more economical to do it that way. So no worries. I still have fun with Cloudspire just the way it is. So I don't feel like I need Portal Seekers at all. But yeah, just be nice to have. Yeah, Canada was left off the special shipping deal. Yeah, they did one around the holidays too, and I was like, oh come on. It's like, please hook us up. But hopefully that they fix that in the future. I know they're like working on stuff with that, so hopefully they find somebody in Canada that has better shipping rates. Automa, I think. I just made eggs, right? That's all I did. Okay. So we're still in round 2. So he's gonna grab food from here. It's just gonna be this one, and then when they're all gone, we have to roll it up. Ooh, lots of rats. All right, and no pink powers. So no pink powers to fire off. Okay, my turn. So I have the eggs now. I need to play this guy. So I'm going to spend an egg. I'll spend one that's not in the wetlands, because that is the next round I'm worried about. Let's get another bird out there. We're going to put him up in the food to kind of make a better food generation here. Any food, 1 of any food, will throw away a worm. And that is that. So we're at the 6 birds right now, and he is at 6 also. Maybe we can get this wood duck in play eventually. Round 2. They're looking for platform nests. None. So he's just going to draw face down. And put another cube up here. So now he's beating me on this one. So you need to get another bird out. He's at 7. Ugh. Shouldn't have threw away that cheap bird I had earlier. I have 2 actions left. Maybe he'll pull a cube away. I want to get this guy in the wetlands. So to do that, I think I need to go here. So two die from here to get me food tokens. Let's go with a berries. Let's go with a wheat or seed or whatever. Then we move here. Each player gains a die from the bird feeder, starting with the player of your choice. I will take this worm. I think. Yeah. And then I'll just gain a worm from the supply. Okay. That's done. Then we have, it's activate pink power. So he's going to take all the rats. And then we roll them in. Okay, more rats. And activating pink powers, there are none. So then it comes over here. Did you do the yellow actions on the forest birds? Yeah, I just did it. That's how I got like the food. Yeah, that's why I went from 0 to 4 food. It was 2 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I got up to 4 food. So I have 1 action left. I gotta play this bird, right? Gotta play this bird. So let's jam it in the wetlands. Hopefully he loses a cube. But at least we'll tie. At least we'll tie. Unless he puts another cube up there, then like what can you do? So what you can do when playing a bird, so he wants seed and berries, but for the other seed, you can toss away 2 of any type to be like a wild, like to be whatever type you want. So I'll throw away for little inefficient and an egg. And an egg. Let's throw away this one. Yeah, I'll take him off bull birds since I can use this guy to throw them back on bull birds for the last one, I think. Okay, so we play this guy. Done. I think I did that all right. So he gets 1 last turn. Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! 2 eggs. Which is equal to 2 victor points for him at the end of the game. Take away a cube. Woo! Oh, the playing a bird. Yeah, when you play a bird in a habitat, you do not trigger all the other stuff because you're actually doing the top row action. That was something I did by mistakenly did it in the first time I played the game. It just felt like it should work that way, but it's only when you take the action in the row for anyone who's new and doesn't know. But yeah, I can see that being a commonly messed up thing when you're learning the game. Okay, we made it to the end of round 2. So let's get our cubes off here. Let's blow up the row. The common loon. A wetland bird, fish in a wild, but only can hold 1 egg. Players with the fewest wetlands cards draw 1. Oh, look. Players with the fewest wetlands cards draw another 1. I'm assuming against the Automa, they can't, I would always win this in that case. Players with the fewest wetlands. So even if I had 5 wetlands, I still have the fewest. I think that's how that works. There is something about that in here. The Automa does not participate in any brown powers you trigger during your turn. Therefore, any brown powers that require you to compare yourself to the Automa loses. If the other players are supposed to gain something, the Automa does not gain anything. I'm sure that's how that works, but we'll see. I may not even get that going. Oh, I've never seen this guy. On play, you just gain 3 seed from the supply. That's kind of neat. So you get something to put them into play, and then you just get more back. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that. That's kind of a nice food injection. Okay, so let's compare here. So I have 7 birds for this second round goal, and they has 5, 6. So I get first place. Automa gets second place. Boom. This will go back. Okay. And then we'll switch this to round 3, which is most eggs in wetland, which they start with 5. 5 the base, right? On round 3, eggs in wetland, 5. Okay. I am right now at 3. Okay, and then they'll add blue cubes here, so that might change. I will try to add eggs to my guys. I can hold in the wetlands right now. I can hold up to 10 eggs there. So I feel like that would be very comfortable first place for that one. But I also need to keep bull birds in mind for the next wave. But we'll see. All right. So what else? We need to remove a card from this deck. Remove at the end of round 2. There's one in here. Yeah. Remove after round 2. So that one's out. Then we'll shuffle up the rest of the cards. So there's a couple we didn't see, which is kind of neat. So every time you play, you're not always going to see all the cards in the Automa deck, and you'll not see them in the same order, right? So just pretty neat. So simple, like just a small little deck of cards, and it like the fact that simple design of these Automa decks in games make it feel like you're playing against another opponent is awesome. Oh, I'll have to run again. No problem, Adam. Have a great rest of your day. Maybe we'll see you later. I'm trying to play it slow. It's like a chill stream here, so I might be playing for another hour or two. We'll see. But it does speed up as you go, right? Because you have less actions each round. So I find the rounds get a little quicker. So this needs to flip here for round 3. And we did that. Anything else I forgot? I don't think so. All right, we're first. What do we want to do here? I see a couple wetland birds. I could easily draw both of those. Try to get them in play. One of them 7 victory points, one of them 6 victory points. That seems really good. They both allow me to draw. None of them are cavity nests. And the cavity nest thing, I only have 3. If I can find one more, I can get my bonus card of getting maybe 4 victory points. But I have ways of drawing and then like filtering and drawing on this one. So I could do a crazy draw right now and kind of like dig for what I want to work on this round. But I got to make sure a couple of cubes probably need to be spent on generating eggs. But I can save those for like the last 2 cubes. So I have like 4 actions basically to kind of like get bull nest birds out, which there's one right here. I could get more wetland birds out just to get more eggs in the wetlands, but I think that's like might be overkill. I need to find cavity birds, I think, at this point, and bull nest birds is more important. So let's do a draw and see if we can find what our plan is for this round. So let's draw. Let's get this bull. Like this guy, I don't know. Like I kind of want to go big victory point. Seems kind of fun, but it's hard to feed this guy. I do see there is rodent and fish in the pool of dice here. I know I have ways of generating worms. I can grab with the food action. I could get him going, no problem, I think. And then there's this other wetland bird. But again, both these nest types don't help me out. But 7 and 6 victory points, that is juicy. My goal, well, the bonus I'm working towards actually is cavity bird nest. And then the goal this round is most eggs in the wetlands. And I have 3 right now, and the Automa is starting at 5 base. So these would kind of help towards that, but again, they're not helping towards birds with bull nests in round 4, which is big victory points if I can get that one. So I need like one more cavity nest bird, I feel. So let's grab this big guy. Let's grab this bull nest guy, I think. Let's do those 2. Okay, do I toss an egg for another card? No, because I can maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get crazy. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, let's just do this one. Let's skip it. Let's draw 2. Oh, there's a cavity nest. Okay. Draw 2. If you do, discard 1 from your hand at the end of your turn. I think I did that a little early last time. Okay, so we gotta discard 1. Then we'll go to this one. Draw 1. If you do, discard 1 at the end of your turn. So this is gonna give us like a lot of options here. Set up our turn. Then all players gain a worm from the supply. Okay. All right. So now I got to discard 2 of these guys. So I want to keep the big bird, the big wetlands guy, who's just big victory points. I want this cavity nest, little cheap, tufted titmouse. When played, play a second bird in your forest, paying its normal cost. Do I have a bull bird I can put in the forest? No. But I think I want to keep him. And then, out of these, I think I'd still keep the bull nest. But I mean, this guy is cheap to play in the wetlands, but I feel like I don't need that. I feel like I'm going to go for the bull nest for the last round. I wish one of these was wild. I would take it instead, but didn't hit any wilds there, unfortunately. So these are the 2 I'll discard at the end of my turn. Move this over. I'll fill up this. What's this guy? He's got an egg on. Oh, lay an egg on any bird. I love these ones. If I ever see one of these guys early, I always grab it. It just seems super good to get it early in a row and just like fire off those eggs, especially when you put it in a row where you're spending eggs. I don't have any of those, but I had one where I like spent an egg to generate food and then had this right after it. It felt so good. Nice little efficient engine. Quadrathlon. Awesome. Okay, so that's my draw. I feel that was good. I got some stuff to work on. I just need to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 food total. I'm at 1, so I might be taking this food action to help get me 4 food there. Or I can use that 1 to get a bird in there first and then make it a more efficient food action. Maybe. A little bit more efficient, not too much. Or use this guy. Play this guy to get me some food back. And then that could help with eggs. Yeah, play this guy first. Okay, so Automa, round 3, wants to take out fish. Boom, fish is gone. And no pink powers. A little boring. I mean, we see a pink one here, but I don't have it. When another player takes a lay eggs action, this bird lays an egg on another bird with a bull nest. I mean, that seems good for what we're working towards, but I'm relying on this guy actually triggering pink powers is a little bit out of my control, which I guess simulates how it is in a multiplayer game. Okay. Yellow bird. Yeah, I'm going for the yellow bird. Yeah, exactly, animation. And then food, eggs, tuck. Yes. Okay, so let's get the food for him. We'll go here. We'll take these 2 seeds. Each player takes 1 out of there. But before I do that, I'm actually, because they're matching, I take all of them out, right? I can do this and then roll them in again. And I'll roll this one because it's kind of like cocked. Okay. So what do I want to take? I guess rodent. I need rodent and fish for this big boy. And this one I can use pretty much anything, just 1 of anything. He's kind of like easy one. I already have the seed for this guy, so I'm looking for fish or rodent. I guess I'll just take a rodent. And then we get 1 worm from the supply, and done. Okay, Automa, round 3, is looking for platform nests. Yep, has one here, and it's 5 victory points. First face up card. Boom. First face up card. Okay, and adds a cube. So the Automa now officially has 6 eggs in the wetlands. I'm only sitting at 3. So he's puffing his chest, showing off his power there. All right. So that's a little scary. But let's spend an egg from our wetlands to slap down this bird in the grasslands, 2 seeds. And then when you play it, you get 3 seeds. So we'll just take 3 back. 2 spent, 3 back, and good. Automa. So round 3, it's going, oh, sorry, this should be filled. Then it will blow up the row. Take a face down card. Fill the row. And take away a cube. Excellent. Excellent. So bad. All right. So now, remember, we got to use these last 2 cubes, I think, to grab eggs. For sure. And with that, with extra food, we possibly can get 8 eggs pulled with that. And we already have 2 there. So we should be able to end with like the 10 full eggs in our wetlands if we really wanted to. But we have 1 cube here. We can kind of do other things. Should I just do that? What should I do? Can I get the wetlands guy in there yet? Maybe I do this. Maybe I get the big bird in the wetlands. I would like to start off the next round with a draw. I could draw right now, actually. Or I just throw this guy down in the wetlands. And then my next draw is better. Or do I draw for my last cube? I think I only need to take the egg action 1 time, actually. Let's do it right now. Let's just do the eggs. Or, yeah. Let's do the eggs. Your daughter chuckled. Cheesy dad comedy over here. So 3 eggs. Let's start throwing them in the wetlands, I guess. You can't really see that one. Let's do 3 eggs. Just throw them, I don't know, like this. Okay, so I have 5 there. He has 5 in the wetlands. We're tied now for the second goal. I could throw away a food, maybe. Let's see. What do I have here? I can use a seed for this titmouse. And then for the American bittern, I can use a worm, a rodent, and like 2 seeds and still have a spare. So let's toss away that spare for an additional egg. Let's do an additional egg. Let's just throw it in the wetlands. Let's not play games. So, and then I'm going to throw another egg or 2 down there from this guy's ability. So I might not need to take this egg action twice, which will buy me extra actions to maybe do my draw before round 4 to set up the next round, or generate food for what I'm trying to get, or grab something, I don't know. Or worry about getting more bowl guys on the board, or big victory point guys on the board. Okay, so then we'll go to left. Nothing on this birdie was a win played. This bird. All players lay 1 egg on any bull bird. Well, I got the wilds down here, so I feel like I'll do that. And then you may lay 1 egg on 1 additional bull bird, which I will throw another one on this wild. So I feel like that should work, and then that's 8 in my wetlands. And then we will look at the top here. 28 centimeters. We get to tuck it because it's less than 75. So this hawk is eating up little birds. And we're done that action. All right, Automa. He is going to blow up the row, draw a card, face down, and give us some options. What do we get? Oh, bowl nest. Not a cavity, though. I have a cavity here. I need this to kind of play. If I get to 6 cavities, that'd be a cool ending to get my 7 victory points. That'd be the first time I've ever done the second tier of that. But right now I'm only at 3 in play, 4 here. I need to find 2 more. I don't see that happening. I mean, 1 just blew away that I probably should have grabbed when I could. Okay, so, and he doesn't mess with cubes. Doesn't mess with cubes. Okay, so he's still at 5 for this goal. I'm at 8, so I feel okay. But I will have to spend some eggs to play some birds, I think. So, I'd have to lose 2 eggs. It could become a tie. Need to move that egg to the left or to the right? Oh, who did I do? Oh, this one. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yep, you're right. In my head, I just think like I can throw 10 down there, but yeah, I gotta remember they each have limits themselves, not just like the whole total. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Nice catch. All right. Giving up 2 eggs to draw now, not my choice. Yeah. So I could play a bird and then just take the take this egg action again, which could set me up for the final one too. Let me do that. Or I draw looking for... Actually, let's just get this guy into play, I think. Yeah, let's just get this guy into play. All right, so we're going up here. I'll throw away the seed and an egg. And when played, play a second bird. I don't have one, that's fine. Play a second bird in your forest, paying its normal cost. So we're not going to do that. 1, 2, 3. All right. Automa. Oh, but the thing with the bowl animation raptor is I only get like 1 point for every bird that has a bowl with at least only 1 egg on it. So whether I have 1 egg on the bowl bird or 5, it's all the same. It's just that would equal just 1 point, like 1 instance for having the most. So I'm not worried about the amount on the wilds at this point. Only really for the wetlands one. So yeah, it's not egg count exactly. Yeah, it would be like this. Would just show like most eggs, and then it would show that on the bottom, like this one. If it showed the bowl on this one, that would be like most eggs in bowl nest. Like that's the style it would look like. Which might be on the back of this one actually. Nope. All right. Did I flip this one? No, I don't think so yet, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done 5 actions, so he needs to go. 2 eggs and a cube. Cube, 2 eggs. Okay. So he's at 6. I have 7 eggs. Yeah, I probably should just go the egg route to just be safe. Because if he flips another card that adds a cube, we will tie. And I don't want to... I'd rather get 6 victory points rather than share 3. So we're just going to go the egg route here. And we get eggs all over the place. So... okay. So we're at least doing 3 for sure. We'll put 1 in the wetlands. I guess just here. Then we'll put... we'll just throw them on the bowl birds. Start thinking about next round. Then we get over here, no action here. All players lay 1 egg on a bowl bird. I'll just do it on this bird. And then 1 additional egg on a bowl bird. So I had another one right here. Okay. So now for the next one, I actually have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he would start at 3 only. So I feel pretty good about that. I think I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, I think I'm looking at the right one. Okay. So, and then we go here and we look for a bird to eat. 23 centimeters. Man, this has been hitting every single time. Yes, Animation Raptor, good call on this word. This bird, putting it down. Working right every time. No big birds to choke on in there. Okay, and flip. So it's going to take out, there's no fish, there is rodents. So rodent gone. And then pink powers, no pink powers. So, but no blue cubes. And we're done, right? Done that round. Okay, so let's blow up the birds. Okay, let's fix up his deck. There's end of round 3 one somewhere in here. So remove after round 3. Shuffle up the deck. Okay. This one going on to round 4. And this flipping to round 4. Okay, so most here. Oh, I need to remove my cubes. That's a thing. Because I'm going to need one. So most eggs in wetlands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we said, I shouldn't have flipped this yet. Eggs in wetlands 5, 6. So I'm first. Automa's second. That feels good. That feels good. So this will go on side number 4. So like I said, he's starting off with 3 base. 3 base, and I'm already at whatever I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I just need to focus on this, to be honest. Trying to get my cavity nest out if I can. Or even just dropping this 7 victory point guy into play, I think would be a good call. But that will take away some eggs. But now I have spare eggs down here in the wetlands because I don't need to carry about them as much. I just need single eggs on my wild nest to count for this last goal. All right, 5 actions. If I had 2 predator birds, I could get crazy with all them tucks. Yeah, so I'll keep this guy high victory, but I still want to draw. I'm looking for cavities, and actually, we have a cavity and a wild here. So what did I say? I was at 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be my 5, 6, and turn this from only getting 4 points to 7. So 3 extra points, plus I get 6 off these 2 birds. I feel like I should do that and grab them before he takes them and throws them in the trash. All right, let's do that. Let's yank them. And then we'll try our best to get those 2 into play and this one into play if we can. I don't know if I'll have enough food or enough actions. I'm just gonna go with it. Let's try to do that. I think we'll be okay. All right. We're gonna draw 2. Yoink. Okay. Do we throw away an egg? No, because eggs are points at the end of the game also. So let's not. Let's go here. Draw 2. If I do, I have to discard 1 at the end of my turn. Let's do it anyway. Oh, there's a cavity. So we'll just keep the cheapest cavity birds, I think. And a wild. Okay, we're going to have some choices to make here in a minute. And then we'll go on to this one. Draw 1. If I do, I have to discard another one. Oh, this guy's going to get discarded because he doesn't help me really in any way at this point. Okay. And then we'll go over here. All players gain a worm from the supply. So some extra food, just what we needed. Okay. That feels good. All right, end of the turn, I got to toss 2 of these cards. So the biggest victory points we have is still this guy. We're keeping him. Because if we have the food for it, we can possibly take the food action at the end, grab a whole bunch of food, get him into play, 7 victory points, bam. So let's hold him. Okay, cavities. We could grab these wilds. The wilds, we have 2 wilds and 2 cavities. So let's look at, we gotta assess victory points. We could also assess habitat to see like maybe filling one of these up and we could take the action. I don't think we care about the draw action anymore, but we would care about the egg action. So some of these are grassland birds, would actually make it more efficient to get eggs, which get victory points. So these 2 are kind of like popping up and they are worth more victory points. But how much is it to feed them? 2 worms. I get worms no problem. That's easy. And when I play it, I draw 2 bonus cards and keep 1. Well, that would be amazing if I got a bonus card that that fed into the strategy I already went with, but that's a huge risk, but hey. And then this one only cost me a fish and any other resource. That's nice and flexible. 3 victory points. Counts as a wild, so it counts for this last goal here and also counts for here, my goal. And could count for the bonus that I draw into if I play this guy. So I feel like these 2 I keep. Yeah. They hold only a couple eggs, but I don't know how many eggs. I can still take a whole bunch of eggs, I think. Plus these guys take a couple eggs. That's the only downside, is if I try to take those egg actions and then run out of spots to put eggs, but I feel like I'm okay there. That's the only argument here, is I could get some extra eggs off these guys, spots to dump them. Yeah. I'll keep these 2, and we'll keep, so we'll keep those 2. Eggs and action line for grasslands. Yeah, I could see that too. Okay. So then I think I'll go for this guy. Because he's worth a little more victory points. Again, I can get worms. He holds 3 more eggs. He's a cavity bird. I mean, that at that point it doesn't matter. But I could also toss him for extra food, worst case. So I'll take this guy. And then I'll toss these other 2. That's my discard at the end of the turn. Let's fill this up. Some nice cheap wetland bull birds. But at this point, I'm not going to waste any more turns drawing. I'm going to ignore drawing for now. I have enough birds to work with. And birds in your hand aren't victory points unless you're holding like a bonus card that lets you get points off of holding birds, like having birds in your hand. Pretty sure there's one that does that. All right, so let's see here. So we'll put this guy at the back. I want to work on it in like this order from this guy and down. So I don't have a fish. I don't see a fish. That's kind of annoying. Maybe I'll do this to see the bonus card thing first. I'll play this guy, I think, first to get the bonus card thing going. But then again... Oh, this guy discarded an egg to draw 2 cards. Wish that was there earlier. Okay. So, Automa. Just going to get 3 eggs. 3 eggs and put a cube up here. Okay. Only have 4 more actions. 4 more actions for the rest of the game. I don't know if I can get all these birds going that I want to get. That might be... I have 5 food. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this here. So, if I want to get this guy in... Let's get this guy in first. The worm guy. So, worm bird here. I have spare eggs down here. When played, draw 2 bonus cards and keep 1. This guy with the fish and a wild. I'm missing that fish and wild, but these 2 could pay for it. But then I'm like really hard out on this last one. I don't even see anything in here for it. I might have to get food before playing that second one. So that way maybe... I don't have enough for that. So this guy can play. This guy could play. But then I don't have enough to get a food. Then I don't have enough to get food for the big pointer, which I might be okay with. So cavity, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to play these 2 so I can get the 7 points here, I think. Versus the 7 point in one of these guys, I think. Because this will get me 7 points for these 2, plus the 7 point off here. If I just played this guy instead, it doesn't get me 7 points here. I only get 4. I get 7 here. Yeah, I think that's a better way to go. And this can possibly get me another bonus card, which could lead to other victory points if I draw into 2 bonus cards and one of them kind of fits what I've been doing already. It's kind of like a Hail Mary little play there. We'll see. Oh, sorry, I still have another cube. I have another cube. And then I need to get food to maybe get this guy. Because I would get 1, 2, and I can toss this guy. So I get 3 food out of there. Yeah, I think I can do it. Sorry, I had a cube down here out of the way. Woo! Okay, let's see if it all works out. All right. So I've done 1, he's done 1. Okay, my turn. So let's get this guy into play. We'll go here. Spend 2 worms. And we got to lose 2 eggs. And this guy is going to go into... I think we just need to make the food better. Or make the eggs better. We can make the eggs better here, but not the food better. Yeah, let's go here. That'll help us with food. I mean, we have the card to toss for it anyway, but... And then we draw 2 bonus cards. Choose one to keep. Upside down, oh my god. All right. Large bird specialist or oologist. So birds with wingspans over 75 centimeters. 1. 2, 3. Oh, over 65. 65, sorry. Did I say 75? I meant 65. Whew. I was thinking of this guy. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3. 3 in play. Not 4. But if I play this other guy and this guy, that feeds into it to get me 5 of them. So 3 more victory points. Okay? That's a maybe. Let's see what this one is. Birds that have at least 1 egg laid on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I could easily get to 9. I could easily get to 9. Because I'm going to be taking this egg action and crapping out eggs all over the place. It'll be great. So I'm going to keep the oologist. Most potential, 6 points off it. I don't think I can get to this one with what my plan is. So that's a pretty good draw, I think. Nice. All right. This guy. Let's see if he wrecks my plans anyway. All right, round 4. He is going for rodents. No. Fish. No. The fruit. Fruit's gone. Okay. And no pink powers to fire off. Sure. Okay. Now, I think I go for food. And this one's for eggs. Maybe not. I forgot about the egg action. I don't technically... I have enough food here to play this guy. It's a little inefficient. But I could play him with this. I feel like now the eggs is important. So I think I gotta do eggs no matter what. But I could play this guy first in the eggs to play this egg action. I may have to dump this guy. Because I don't get any food generated from the egg aisle. Or I go food, which would get me probably the most efficient food to play both of these guys. But then I'm not playing the egg card and not getting the 9+ birds with eggs on them. Oh, let's see. What's Marcus saying? Play gull and just egg twice. The gull I can't play yet. I need food for him. I need to waste it on a food act. Oh, this gull. Sorry. I was thinking of this with the gull. Yeah. Play the gull, egg twice. Yeah. That's where I was kind of like getting to, seeing that I need to do the egg action to get this bonus. And I know the eggs also count as victory points, so doubling up in the eggs. I was trying to be cute, and if I get both these in play, if it was more victory points than doing this. But yeah, let's just do that. Okay, so we're going to get this guy in the grasslands. So we got to play a bird. And we'll throw away, so we can spend, we'll spend the 2 seeds, I guess, for 1 fish. And then the wild is just going to be the rodent. So we'll play this guy here. We got to spend 2 eggs. We'll go yoink, yoink. And that's done. Okay, still have 2 actions. Yeah, I guess just egg twice probably, right? Yeah, that's probably the most victory points. And this helps get me extra eggs. And this helps get me extra birdies to eat. Okay, so that seems good. Yeah, because these could be extra victory points too. All right, so we got some spare cards in hand. Not too bad. All right, so let's see Automa. Automa's going to blow this up. Take a face down. Fill it up. And put a cube. That is fine. That is fine. All right, and we're going to egg 4 eggs. Let's do it like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could discard 1 egg to draw 2 cards. No, I have no food to even play anything, so that's fine. Then we'll go here, gets nothing. Here, all players lay 1 egg on a bull bird. Sure. And then I can lay another egg on another bull bird. Sure. And then we go across. Let's look at the top. Oh, we get to eat another bird. We get to eat another bird with our hawk. Boom. Okay, Automa. All right, round 4, 3 eggs. So that's 3 more victory points for the Automa. And then another cube on this little tile. So he's sitting at 6. 6 bull birds with at least 1 egg on them. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He got more than I thought. That's kind of nuts. Hopefully he loses one on the next one. So let's take the egg action again. 4 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 5, sure, 4. Oops, let's not use the weight. 4. Nothing. Let's do this one. Lay 1 egg on a bull bird. And another one on a different bull bird. Okay. And then let's see. Do we get lucky again? 25 centimeters. Less than 75. Boom. He's eating all the birds. All right. Didn't miss a single one, I don't think, there. Okay. Then he goes one more time, right? Oh, loses a cube and blows up and draws one. Fills up. Boom. Made it to the end. All done, right? Okay. So let's just total up this, I think, right? Okay, let's do the endgame goal. So what did we say? He was at 3, 4, 5. So that's the second place, I think. And I was at bull birds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely first. Yeah, that looks nice. What else? Anything else we need to do? I don't think so. Let's just total up. Let's write on some sheet here and try to figure this out. All right. So birds. We got 4, 6, 10, 11, 16, 20, 23, 26, 29, 33, 37. That's better than earlier today. And for birds, 4, 8, 12, 16, 21, 25, 29, 33, 37, 41, 45, 49. I think I did that right. 49. 49. Only one face-up bird in that whole thing? That's weird. Earlier today, had like so many face-up. It was 43 points worth of face-up. And only 12 of face-down. Only had 3 face-down. So that's like completely different this time. Bonus cards. So I definitely have 9 plus birds with eggs on them. So that's 6 points. Plus birds with cavities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to the 7 on that. So 13 on bonus cards. Compared to 3 when I played earlier this morning. Okay. End of round goals. So I get 4, 9, 15, 22. 22. And he gets 1, 3, 6, 10. Eggs. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 eggs. And he has 5, 10, 14. 14 eggs. Food on cards. 0, actually. That's different. I usually have 1 bird that's gobbling up food. And then, so that's 0, right? Yep. And tucked cards. So I'm excited. This one, I've never had that many tucked cards under. I think I got the most was like 3 one time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 7 tucked cards. All right. Total, 50, 72. Is that right? Hold on. 37 plus 13, that is 50, right? Plus 22 is 72. 20 is 92. 92 plus 7 is 99. And then the Automa, 49 plus 10 is 59. 69, 73? 73. I think I did all that right. Boom! So there's this morning. He beat me by 2. And here we are this afternoon on my second play solo ever. Third play of Wingspan. I think I'm figuring out how the game works. And boom, 99 versus 73. But yeah, love this pretty little game. I love the engine building. I like trying to make things work with what you have. Not going in with like a predetermined strategy, just kind of like, what does the game present to you? Take it as best you can and put it in the puzzle, and kind of like weigh your risks versus reward on gambling on drawing, and when do you want to, how high do you want to go for the Automa, how high do you think they'll go on certain things, and not being inefficient. This morning I was being inefficient, where I was worried I didn't know how many cubes they put on these things, so I was like really going heavy in certain goals and not thinking about the next goal in the next round. But I think the more you plan ahead and the more efficient you are on just getting just enough to make sure that you win first place is something that I think puts you in the next level of this game if you can figure that stuff out. Time to up the difficulty. I agree, Ryan. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought I would not beat the Automa for at least a few plays, but I think I figured it out. Now cast your laser sparks and fry up some chicken. Yes! Laser darts! Oh, man. Fry up some chickens. Uh-oh. Okay, now YouTube's saying there's trouble. What is happening? Yeah, sorry guys. This show's buffering now. What the heck, man? Alright. Well, anyways. I guess we'll end it there. And yeah, look for other streams I'll be scheduling. We've got Boss Monster already scheduled for Thursday, but I will be scheduling the start of Clank Legacy soon. And then we are going to schedule, I don't know, I'm going to do some other solo games. We're going to do a Pandemic stream one of these evenings. Just some casual Pandemic 2-player probably. Yeah, I'll just be playing games with myself, solo, or with Mel, since we shouldn't really be out traveling and stuff like that. So, yeah. And some more just daytime chill streams where we can just hang out, play a game nice and relaxed, talk about COVID and how the world's falling apart and how you're stuck home and can't leave and all that stuff. And helping Dragon get through his last 3 hours of work, or her last 3 hours of work. Awesome. But yeah, no, it's fun. Wingspan is really cool. I like the game a lot. I still want to play more and see, like, look at how much of the 170 card deck's still there. And this is like, it extra gets discarded in the Automa, I feel like more gets discarded, and we went through that many cards, but like I didn't even read half of them. And yeah, it's crazy. Like so much variability in the first, just the base set. I think it's crazy they went so overboard with the amount of bird cards, and they're all unique, not a single duplicate in there, which is like mind-blowing. Yeah, Ryan, I haven't played Pandemic in like 5 years or something, other than Pandemic Legacy, but I haven't played base Pandemic in so long. And yeah, Horrified, I've already said that that's my Pandemic killer. I didn't really care to go back and play Pandemic, but then a real Pandemic happened, so now I want to go back and play Pandemic. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So yeah, everyone else, yes, you too, Anime Trapper, take care, be safe. We'll be in touch, and thank you all our Patreon backers for supporting us. Thanks to everyone who sent games and all that kind of stuff, donations, all that to help us out on the channel. We appreciate it. And I'll try to stream more and do more things live in general at different time zones and stuff like that too, to help other people be able to watch who are all around the world. You're on your way to being an I can't say that. The bird watching thing, right? Yes. And I do like reading the little stuff at the bottom. Awesome. Like the little things here, like wood ducks nest in tree cavities in wooden areas. Tells you where the bird's from. I love all the little learning and reading the abilities in the appendix, seeing that they actually kind of match how the birds, like certain predator birds and certain birds that like follow other birds to prey and stuff, they work like that. It's kind of neat. But anyways, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.